EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Jolla, California, just north of San Diego, live second-round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. So much to behold here at Torrey Pines: the ocean, the cliffs, the trees, the green grass, the blue sky, maybe even a paraglider or two as we check out the Friday leaderboard. Out front, it's Max Homa. He shows the way at 7 under. And the golfer we'll be watching, definitely in contention, just 3 shots off the lead. Yeah, that's a beauty there to get this second round underway. Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
And 115 yards left to the hole. Wind is helping from behind, so you can take a little less club. Sandwich in the air here, and it's drifting just right.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in the rough now, wondering what might have been. Well done. That is in for a par here at the first. And he'll remain 3 shots off the pace. Well, the second hole here at Torrey Pines South is by no means long, but by the same token, it's not easy. This is strategic play, certainly off the tee. Put yourself in position to get a good angle at that hole location. Yeah, this is a hole where a big drive can really get you down there, and that is a big one here at 2. The big drive got him here, now a short one for his second. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet. That finished off for par here with the second, and he'll remain at 4 under. With La Jolla and the blue Pacific in the distance, we move ahead to the picturesque 201-yard par 3 third. Club selection can range from a 9-iron to a hybrid, depending on conditions, and you definitely don't want to be long here. Well, next week the California swing continues. We head up the coast to Pebble Beach. There's nothing like it. The AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Yeah, it started all those years ago with all the Hollywood stars. The great Bing Crosby used to be called the Clam Bake, but look what it's turned into now. Now golfers are the stars. And if you want to be part of this, there is no better place. Come to Pebble Beach.
That one safely on the putting surface. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, this one's a little bit downhill overall, with a break from left to right to consider also.
Oh, never a doubt. That one was tracking the entire way. It is in for a spectacular birdie. And after opening with a 68, he'll move to 1 under for his round here. Here's one of the really good par 4s at Torrey Pines South. Not only is it scenic, but it's challenging, and it requires a good tee shot, well struck in play, and you're happy to walk away with a par here. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second. I like the looks of this one.
Could have just done with a little bit more for breakfast. Just a little short. Maybe I'm being harsh. It's a good shot.
Oh, good run going here early. This is birdies at 3 and 4. And he moves to 2 under for his round, 6 under for the tournament. Next up here at Torrey Pines, the par 4 fifth, measuring 454 yards. Good tee shot, should take the fairway bunkers out of play. This par 4 fifth here at Torrey Pines South measures 454 yards. That's not overly long by today's standards. The key here is to keep your tee shot out of those fairway bunkers. If you do and you're in the fairway, you have a reasonable chance to get out of here with a birdie.
Well, that is straighter than straight.
Now note his second from the fairway.
109 yards left to the hole, pinned just on the front edge. This is the sand wedge. Has gotten a lot of this one, and it's going to be just a fraction long.
Had the right idea there, just a little too much backspin. Needs to get up and down for par now. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Now a 7-footer. Oh, no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, going to leave it on the lip. Okay, that one brushed in for bogey here at the 5th. And now he's going to fall a couple of shots off the pace. All right, so you've made your way through some of those harder par 4s, and now you get a chance to lick your chops at this par 5. The 6th is 564 yards with a good tee shot. You'll have a chance at getting home in 2 and maybe making a 3. Nope, that is going to be into that series of 5 bunkers running up the left side of this 6th hole. Getting out more important than distance here as he readies his 2nd.
This par 5, one of the easiest holes on the golf course too, but that 2nd shot just caught the edge of the bunker. And now, a little bit of trouble.
A birdie chance if he can knock one in close. His 3rd from the bunker. Well, gonna get a chance to try that again. Gotta fully commit to this one as he'll try again. Yeah, that's a really good shot. Had a nice upslope to work within the bunker. Always makes it an easier shot, able to take advantage of it. Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll stay a couple of shots off the lead. On now to another lengthy par 4 on this front side here at Torrey Pines. The 462-yard 7th. Tee shot down the left side is your best bet if you can do it. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. From the fairway nota, this his 2nd.
112 to the hole, pinned just on the front edge. This is the sand wedge. Has gotten a lot of this one, and it's going to be just a fraction long.
Oh, excellent shot. I love it when it's the right distance. This one just a little to the right. Nothing wrong with that.
He has a 12-footer here. Oh no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he's going to stay 2 back. Some tough par 3s on this South course. Here's another one, the 177-yard 8. This hole deceptively uphill. Might be worth grabbing an extra club, maybe even 2, to cut through this ocean air and cover that deep front bunker. Nope, that's not going to get there. It's into the bunker short of this 8th green. Gonna have to give this a pretty good thump. This going to be equally as tough. Another try to get this up and out. Oh, what a good job of keeping that club face open throughout contact. You saw the big splash, and this winds up just a few feet from the hole. Good stuff, though it is for a bogey 4. And he's going to fall to 3 shots off the lead. Well, this is a strong par 5 to close out this front side. It measures 615 yards. Obviously, it's going to be reachable into by only the longest hitters. But still, if you play it the right way, drive in the fairway, the appropriate layup, you can make a birdie. And that one not straight enough. It's going to work its way into the bunker. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly as a second to the par 5. Okay, that's a good, safe play. Get it back out into the fairway. Get some distance if you can, and gets it to try and make a good third on this par 5. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. A look here at birdie.
And there's no space for a lapse in concentration here, perhaps a little bit further away than we would have liked, but a 2-putt would be a very good result.
Nope. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And he'll go out in 36. It's an even par front side. Always nice to kickstart your back nine with a birdie, and you'll have a chance. If, again, and we keep repeating this theme at Torrey Pines, if you hit a good tee shot, then you can attack. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Freeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Good chance at one.
I always looked inside that 15-feet circle. Anything inside that was going to be a good shot. So in my book, that's a good shot.
Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. And he's going to move to within 2 shots of the lead. Perfect striking range for the weekend. Always like to see a par 3 where you have to hit maybe a long iron, even a hybrid or a fairway wood, and that's the case here at the 11th. If the wind is blowing, already on the card it's 225 yards, but it can play upwards of 240, 250 yards. You need to be at your best on this shot. And I think that may have surprised him. That carried much further than he anticipated. Second shot now, here at the par 3.
Oh, that's nice. Ball landed softly. And that's why it's a good decision, really, when you think about it. Ball sitting in the rough, not too bad. You want it to land soft, so the flop shot. Good decision.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll stay at 5 under. Well, heading back toward the ocean, this hole, the 12th, at better than 500 yards in a par 4, is typically among the hardest at Torrey Pines. It is a real beast. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. Now back toward the ocean. This his second at 12. Well, he's overshot the green here.
Fire the caddy, Rich. Seriously. Any other club other than that one.
That one safely in. It's par here at 12. And he'll remain right where he is. Moving now to the massive 621-yard par 5 13th. You'll need a drive of 240 yards plus to carry that canyon. And if you go for the green in 2, the second shot has to carry 260 yards or so. That'll be into the uppermost bunker, short and left of this green. Gonna have to try and give this a good thump to fly it to the hole. Oh, that is very well done. That was not a short bunker shot, but it is inside a foot. Okay, safely in for par here at 13, and he'll stay right where he is. So here at the 437-yard par 4 14th, that canyon that you can see running along the left side is pretty to look at, but obviously you want to stay away from there because you can make a big number if you hit your tee shot down there. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. A little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second.
Good shot again there. Well thought out. Landing the ball short, letting the ball run onto the green. And inside, I'd call that a birdie putt. So that's birdie range.
Oh, the pace was spot on. That ball somehow just decided not to go down. No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And he'll remain right where he is. On to the 15th now. Relatively straightforward par 4 measuring out at 480 yards. Get the ball straight, you'll be just fine. The problems come with a miss off the tee left or right into the rough near those eucalyptus trees. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
He's in a good spot, 135 yards left to the flag and the pin on the front portion.
Nice approach shot, and the other good thing about that, left it below the hole.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll stay right where he is. So now to the final par 3 here at Torrey Pines South. It is the 16th, 227 yards, good hole with those 3 bunkers protecting the green. There is that slight opening in the front. It would take an outstanding shot to give yourself a chance to make a birdie. Yeah, even with the uphill slope, it's just hard to get a ball to stop on this green from that far back, and that'll run off long and into the rough. I think he'll be fairly pleased with that, Frank. What do you think?
I certainly do. It was so good.
Oh, no, just a lack of concentration there, and it'll cost him. Okay, that in for a bogey at 16. And that's going to drop him back to 4 under par. Crucial 17th hole here at Torrey Pines, 443-yard par 4. Louis Oosthuizen hit it left here at the 2021 U.S. Open in the final round, and he paid the price. He did not win that major. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
125 is the number, just a flick, pin, smack bang in the middle.
Well, had a good lie in the fairway, but couldn't do anything with it. That comes up woefully short. Ten-foot putt left. Nope, that is not going to get there. That one finished off for bogey here at 17. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par. Here we are at the finishing hole at Torrey Pines, 570-yard 18. Idyllic par 5, fairly straight the whole way, but that pond they call Devlin's Billabong always makes going for the green into a risky proposition. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. The putter has not been at its best, but this a good look for birdie. Yeah, it's a birdie at the last. And that will be an even par 72 for this second round. So our featured golfer here, pretty solid through the first 2 days, safely through to the weekend and squarely in the conversation.
That's right. Rich, get off to a good start tomorrow, throw a few birdies in early, and could make it extremely exciting come Sunday.
So our featured golfer through to the weekend. We'll be with you Saturday and Sunday from Torrey Pines, both days starting at noon local. We'll see you tomorrow on EA Sports.